Compelled by the gospel message to make disciples, preach the good news, and to serve the least among us, the faithful of the Archdiocese of Newark are invited to join together in this capital campaign to generate the financial means to further our mission and secure a solid foundation for the future.
This magnificent building stands in the heart of Newark as a powerful reminder of God's steadfast love. You, the people of God in Newark and throughout New Jersey, are the living stones which make up the body of Christ in the midst of your city and state.
It seems to me that that quote, "We are living stones," is a reminder to us that the church is not just the building, the places where these worship services and liturgies and the important parts of our lives happen, but they happen also in our hearts.
The world needs God, and this is what we believe. Catholic identity is the first quality that we talk about whenever we talk about our schools. Catholic identity.
I pray when I go to bed. I pray the rosary in school.
I liked when I was a child here how everyone kind of seemed like a family. I think that this school was family oriented. It was then and it is now.
Every day presents something different, and my main purpose is to bring them to Christ.
Sometimes when you have that bad day, the teachers like Miss Serio, she seems to always make it a little better because she's really funny and she knows how to make you feel like a good person.
Over the last few years, we've had to cut the plant back, if you will, to where it's healthy. We're healthy. So what is this capital campaign going to do? Well, here comes the new roof. Here are the new boilers.
We are the beneficiaries of the generations of people who went before us, in Hoboken in particular, the immigrants, who with their own blood, sweat, and tears physically built these churches. Those folks who come today to the church for sacraments benefit from that real sacrifice of the past. The campaign gives us the opportunity not only to sustain that, but to become people who invest into the future.
It's important that we leave this parish better than we found it. So this is where I think the capital campaign is going to kick in. This is where I think it's going to be extremely beneficial.
As we know from our faith, when there's sacrifice and effort, there's also great joy. In my experience, seminary has its challenging moments. There's a lot of work, there's a lot of responsibility, and we're preparing for something really important, but at the same time, we definitely have a good time.
And it's a pretty amazing feeling to know that it is the support of the people that pays for my education. So every time I'm writing a paper at 10 o'clock at night, I know that it's for the people and for the great work that they do.
I mean, yesterday I had the great privilege to baptize 12 kids. It's really moving. To be the one, just baptizing kids into the church was just, it's such a wonderful moment.
Formation for me, it comes from a prayer of Archbishop Myers, and it's, Lord, help me to want to be what you want me to be. Being in the seminary is trying to discern what does God want to do with my life, and then asking Him for the strength to actually follow through and do it.
It struck me in the years I've been able to be of service to the retired priest how very much they're loved. When the people look back on the priests who have served them, they're just so thankful.
I retired at 75, but I continued working until I was 92.
I'm 88. I help out in the parish, certainly every Sunday, every weekend.
I'm working with the sisters across the street at Colby College campus. 4 or 5 days I go to celebrate Mass with them. They like me, they laugh at my jokes.
That's the thing about the priest. They love the priesthood, being able to minister to others. The expenses, for the medical care is going up. And so this campaign will definitely be of great assistance to them.
This $90 million capital campaign, We Are Living Stones, bolsters 6 important case elements that together form a secure foundation for the Archdiocese, and very importantly, for your own parish. The first $8.7 million raised will go to those in need. Works of Mercy includes support for Catholic Charities, which serves over 100,000 people annually in the 4 counties of the Archdiocese. Half of all the funds raised above the Works of Mercy target, $40 million, will go towards strengthening parishes. Money that can be used for those important repairs, projects, and initiatives that your parish is ready to undertake now. $18 million goes to the Tuition Assistance Endowment Fund for Catholic schools, $8 million to the education of our future priests, $6 million to help the medical expenses of retired priests, and finally, $8 million will go to what we call parish renewal, a fundamental enhancement of the operation and administration of everything priests and laity are doing to serve parishes and parishioners.
Some of our pastors would have been trained in the seminary. Their focus would have been primarily spiritual, which it needs to be. But today, the pastor also needs to know all kinds of legal realities. He needs to know about insurance. He needs to know about personnel. And so if we're able to train not only our priests, but also our lay leaders for more effective collaboration, I think the people in the pew are really going to benefit from that.
The capital campaign, We Are Living Stones, focuses on the needs of our parishes, schools, and clergy. It's different than the traditional annual appeal, which provides for the annual expenses of the ministries and services of the Archdiocese. Therefore, we are asking every family to consider a longer-term pledge, over 4 years or 48 months, to help your parish and the entire archdiocesan family meet its goal. We ask that each family carefully review the campaign materials and prayerfully consider a pledge of $2,400 over 4 years. With an optional down payment of 10%, this is a pledge of $45 a month or $1.50 a day. It's about half of what a typical family might pay for cable and internet. Yet the impact of a gift at this level will positively affect our Catholic Church for generations to come.
You are called to build up the church in faith, hope, and love.
Just as I was really challenged by those words of St. John Paul to the Church of Newark and the Church of New Jersey, I feel equally challenged by Pope Francis as he's brought up that same theme. This is what Pope Francis said. Are we living stones, or are we tired, bored, indifferent? He said, you know how tired, bored, indifferent Christians are? It's ugly, isn't it? A Christian must be alive and joyful. I'm really hopeful that as we engage in this work, as we truly try to build this Church of Newark, that we're going to be able to be those joyful stones so that we're able to truly build the church, and that we're going to be able to give glory to God and certainly spread that love of Christ that's so needed in today's world.